Grand on rise, 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 grand on rise. Let me stop playing with it. You know that grand rise an honorary. One day they're gonna write about it, engrave it in stone somewhere. It was it grand rising. Yeah. Marduk stop. How y'all doing out there? Good. Say we good, Sean. I woke up and I know I was blessed. Tell it. Don't tell no lie. You woke up and you knew you was blessed. Don't tell no lie about it. Jake ain't my Julia. I can't even say the word Julia. That's why he ain't supposed to be wearing jewelry like that. Jake ain't my juror. But Bob be giving me some things. Bob a cool dude. Hey, look here. Look here. If you know what the exchange PX is, this is for my beloved. Bob say, send them to me, Sean. Send them to me. I give them a discount if they say your name. Sean. One with the glasses, dark complexion. He always come over. You hooked him up with an unk. He said you hooked him up with an unk. He said if I told you you hooked him up with an unk and come by, you give me a 10% discount. Go on do that, y'all. Go on get on Bob. Name Bob. Got a necklace on. Bob. Say Bob. All right. What's this topic about? What are we talking about? Bob. Off of the UAP. You know it's our time too, beloved. You got some Instacash out there, anything like that. Let your child get in them flight school. They got some flight schools, cheap too, right? Cause it's here. Go on YouTube and just punch in flying apparatuses or individual flying, whatever we I don't even know what to call them. UAP. No, you can't call them UAPs because that's something it's celestial. That's the celestial shit. The man-made flying things, all right? So that's how you know we here. Now, that's the other thing, because when you start looking at that, there's some fancy folks out there with some fancy ones. Do all kinds of things. Hey, where you get that idea? Where you get that copper technology and stuff like that? So don't worry about it. Just buy it, get it, and start flying. You ain't got that one to go in the water and stuff like that. You can go in the water, all kinds of stuff. What's this video about? Oh, mothers. Running into Mother's Day. Happy pre-Mother's Day, but that's not the video. What the video is? We happy about all the things we doing on these Mother's Day. Give me a minute to come to me, y'all. I had them down in volumes. This, that, do. Oh. I don't know how I missed it. Come on, bro. You wide open to this. A lot of focus on, we got to be quick on this. Focus on the political scheme. Listen to somebody. A lot of comedians out there, love the comedians out there, keeping so many of us abreast. You know, we're going through trying times. Things changing. Times are really, really, transforming. And some people see it as optimistic. Some people see it as, Debbie Downer. We thank those comedians and stuff like that out there that can keep us laughing and stuff and, balance it out there. Especially, when you are age over 50 and stuff, lay no seeds out with a kid over there hitting on the fence and stuff like that and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know the spermatic had an age on it though. I thought it just do what it do, but funny with it. Laws, the lines being drawn and things like that, people had an uproar. My opinion, my feeling. Makes sense that those that don't live in areas that many of us have to frequent Or if not have to frequent, choose to frequent because we don't distance ourselves from classation. You know what I'm saying? We represent. Think about that. Your representation, the government, taxation without representation, taxation with representation. So then representation of where I'm from. So I was just talking. To those of us who want to see if getting off the usual, like many are equating, our usual tradition. Everybody in the family vote Democratic. Everybody, we know, right? And you just happen to be that, do that, and all that. I believe when we get caught up, how we get caught up in that is because of the galore when you're able to climb the scale of that side and you are able to go to college and you are able to garnish a good job, government, whatever, right? And you have no qualms, right? But those that never get to leave their situation, whether it be poverty, wherever, all these things we know about. And then, of course, we starting to understand that there is a gate that was up, the gatekeeping. So that's what we're talking about, the gatekeeping. And the gatekeeping necessarily was on a particular side, you see what I'm saying, that did it for particular reasons, right? When we start to peel back and we start to understand what that looked like and what was doing it, and you see what I'm saying, the machine allowed to do it, then the change that we seeing is necessary. We don't like it. Family, friends, colleagues, whatever it was, right? But the right among it is right, though. You know what I'm saying? I say to those that speak out today against the redlining and the politics, where were you at? Where have you been? Now that you see folks willing to accept the challenge to go in these neighborhoods and parts of society that were left by the wayside purposely to feed off of, energize off of, keep down, and let ones and twosies filter through. So that promoted purposely, ones and twosies only filter through. Why? Because then that leaves enough down here to harvest from, traffic, disposition, So you see what I'm talking about? So this is what we're going to get ourselves off from under. We all know that. Those that seen this cycle be contradictory to what it says, right? Veterans, military, we've always been used as a pawn. And at this point in time, we continue to speak our truth rather than codify folks that feel they can easily use us in them some situations, like, right? So there's more than enough of us to speak volumes that, we just won't write. we just won't write. We just won't write. That's it. We just want to write people in, know that we're sacrificing our life for the fabric of this country and the people in it. And they're worth sacrificing for. That's all the soldier worry about, all right? And then the right people in the right positions. And if they're not, then the right people in the right positions do they due diligent to ensure that, you know, we get that, right? Hard pill to swallow, because we, you know, I ain't stupid to it, you know. So just choose a side, and you know, not all of them, you know. We just do our job. Those that know, no matter what side, I gotta go do my job. They tell me to go cross that water. It ain't like I get mad at, I'm gonna get mad at the Republicans or I'm gonna get mad at the Democrats. It don't work like that with us, all right? But like I said, I don't speak for all of them. I don't speak for everybody, but sound enough to be around so many to know that so many of our valued retired voices that, you know, speak. Yeah, most definitely. Because I know when I was in, I gravitated towards people that spoke right instead of crazy and stupid. So in that, we don't adhere to the bullhorns like that. You know what I'm saying? Veterans, yeah, we just leave it like that. But at the same time, we thank all their supporters. Like so many said, I think a coach said that. He said, yeah, you shouldn't put nobody on the pedestal. Yeah, I don't look for nobody to put me on the pedestal. I signed that dotted line. Nobody put no gun in my head. Da, da, da. But what we do, you know what I'm saying? So many people, I think what Mr. Stewart is saying is that the least that should be done is a veteran if a veteran is doing what they're supposed to do in their country, you know, abiding by the law and stuff like that, then there's no reason to sit up there and put your foot on their neck and stuff like that. So that I agree with, all right? Especially if they continue to put their foot forward for the best of our society and our nation rather than for the least. So, yeah. Thank y'all for all the support. So many of y'all that do what y'all do. And know that more of us veterans are going to be out here, because you got them Air Force veterans, you got the military is going to be needed going forward. So old school military and all that stuff, y'all got y'all, you know, jack of all trade and all that stuff. Yeah, it's going to, yeah. Trying to tell you something. All right. So much love to y'all. 3 up, 3 down. What else? What have we got? Anything else? I'm doing these short videos, so I feel like I be living stuff out. Man, bring something spiritual to the tone. Same thing, just like a couple of days, this whole week, just taking it slow. Ain't went nowhere. Pretty much didn't do nothing, just allowing the alignment to take place, you know what I'm saying? Overlapping the old atmosphere, overlapping the new and stuff like that. Know that if you're sincere, you're divine within it, you know, your prayers can be answered in these times easily, big time. Know that folks know that. Do you raise the bar on the propaganda, seeing on the propaganda machine? Let that tell you a lot of things. I want you to look over here. For what purpose? Be distracted, like many say. Not hone in and tune in to you being you. Because you got to think about, I'll leave with this. Who did majority of those that were on the liberal side tap dance to? So who you think gonna put the liberal side gonna push out there with their drama, and each time you push on their videos and buttons and stuff like that, you think, you know, you're not adding to their harvest, or, ooh, look at me, I'm still relevant. And you're like, you ain't relevant. The rug is pulled back. You ain't relevant. See how it goes. So, y'all can't. Black! Big Black! Let's go, y'all. We building out here. Yeah, love.